So welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series or in this lecture, we will discuss 4th of July's newspaper through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. All right. The idea behind this lecture series is so that you can cover your current affairs if you have not read that day's newspaper. You can revise your current affairs if you have read that day's newspaper. Plus, you should get the much needed MCQ practice. It is very important. If you are consistent with this lecture series, if you follow this lecture series regularly on a daily basis, well, then in 1 year's time, yes, you have to be consistent for 1 year. In 1 year's time, you would have practiced 1200 MCQs from current affairs itself. And ask any serious UPSC aspirant, and he or she will tell you that 1200 MCQs from current affairs are more than sufficient. You need not worry about your current affairs portion or current affairs syllabus as far as your prelims examination is concerned. But for that, you have to be regular. For that, you have to be consistent with this lecture series. So be consistent, be regular. All right? Now, let's start with question number 1. Consider the following regarding asteroid Apophis. Okay? NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission was a sample return mission from asteroid Apophis. Asteroid Apophis was discovered in 2004 and is going to fly close to the Earth in 2029. NASA's OSIRIS-APEX mission is going to study Apophis in 2029 when it is closest to the Earth. Now listen. There is this asteroid which was discovered in 2004, and it is a near-Earth asteroid. That means it is quite close to the Earth. Okay. Now this asteroid is called asteroid Apophis. Now it was discovered in 2004, and back then scientists claimed that one day it might collide with the Earth because it is that close to the Earth, and that time might come soon. People were feeling that around 2030s this asteroid will collide with the Earth. But the latest data coming from NASA says that it won't collide with the Earth, but it will fly close to the Earth in 2029. Okay, and it will, how close? Well, 32,000 kilometers. It will fly close to 32,000 kilometers from the Earth, this asteroid Apophis. Okay, now NASA actually launched a mission in 2016 which was called OSIRIS-REx. Okay, the main aim of this mission was to go to an asteroid called asteroid Bennu, land on it, collects rock samples from it, and return those rock samples back to Earth. So it was a sample return mission, this OSIRIS-REx. Now it was launched in 2016. It took 7 years to return with samples to the Earth. So it came back to Earth in 2022 and it was a successful mission. But this spacecraft, OSIRIS spacecraft, remained in the space. So NASA has put it to work now. NASA says that the same spacecraft which brought samples from asteroid Bennu will be used to study asteroid Apophis when it will fly close to the Earth in 2029. So when this asteroid will come close to the Earth in 2029 to Earth, then OSIRIS spacecraft will be sent to it and it will study this asteroid Apophis. All right. So NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission was a sample return mission. That's true, but not to asteroid Apophis. It was to asteroid Bennu. Okay. Asteroid Apophis was discovered in 2004 and is going to fly close to the Earth in 2029. Yes, how close? 32,000 kilometers close. Now this mission, under which in 2029 OSIRIS spacecraft will be sent to asteroid Apophis, is renamed as OSIRIS-APEX mission. So NASA's OSIRIS-APEX mission is going to study Apophis in 2029 when it is closest to the Earth. Absolutely correct. Okay, so the correct answer would be 2 and 3. The option over here is false. It's 2 and 3. The answer is B. Okay, yeah. Question number 2. Consider the following regarding Double Asteroid Redirection Test DART mission. It was European Space Agency's first ever mission that aimed to demonstrate one method of asteroid deflection for planetary defense. The mission was a success when it deflected asteroid Dimorphos in 2022. Aim was to showcase deflection of asteroid's path after DART spacecraft kinetic impact. One more important thing, yeah, this OSIRIS-REx mission that returned samples from asteroid Bennu, it did not return samples to the Earth in 2022. It actually returned it in 2023. Just remember this fact. Okay, yeah. Back to question number 2. Now, what is DART mission? So basically, you see, many scientists feel that one day, don't know when, but one day an asteroid might come and collide with the Earth. And that would be catastrophic for the human race. It might destroy human race. Many people believe that it was this asteroid impact way back in Earth's past that destroyed dinosaurs. So it might destroy human race. So this collision with asteroids should be avoided at any cost. Now, NASA actually developed an experiment called DART mission. Now, under this DART mission, if an asteroid is coming towards the Earth, then its path can be deflected. Its path can be deflected if we send a spacecraft at very high speeds to this asteroid and make it collide with that asteroid. So when that spacecraft will collide with that asteroid, this asteroid's path would get deflected and it won't collide with the Earth. Now, this mission, this experiment, or this technology demonstration was known as Double Asteroid Redirection Test DART mission. It was launched by NASA, not ESA. Okay, so this statement is false. This mission was a success when it deflected asteroid Dimorphos in 2022. Absolutely correct. It was a success and it showcased that we can deflect asteroids. Okay, for planetary defense, Earth's defense. The aim was to showcase deflection of asteroid path after DART spacecraft's kinetic impact. Of course, this statement is also correct. Only two statements are correct. The correct answer is B. Just remember, it was not launched by European Space Agency. It was launched by NASA and it was launched in 2022. Okay, now let's move on to question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding the recently formed Kopilil Radhakrishnan Committee. Its mandate was to make recommendations regarding the structure and functioning of National Testing Agency. This committee recommended the usage of question bank system to prevent paper leakage. Now, you see, public examinations have become quite controversial in the recent past. You can take the example of NEET exam, which was controversial because of procedural irregularities. Then you can take the example of UGC NET exam, which became controversial and got cancelled because of paper leak. Right? So public examinations have become controversial and it impacts the lives of various students, lakhs and lakhs of students who are preparing for these examinations. So to prevent these irregularities, to prevent these errors in the conduct of public examination, well, government actually formed a committee under the chairmanship of Kopilil Radhakrishnan. And Kopilil Radhakrishnan is the former chairman of ISRO. Okay. Now, this committee has been formed and it will make recommendations with respect to public examinations, how public examinations can be conducted online, and how National Testing Agency, which was responsible for conducting NEET exam, how National Testing Agency can be reformed, its structure can be changed, its functions can be changed. All right. So, its mandate was to make recommendations regarding the structure and functioning of National Testing Agency. Absolutely correct. Now, this committee has not made any recommendation until now. Okay, this committee will make recommendations in the future, but until now it has not made any recommendations. It has just been constituted. Now, there was this another committee called Parliamentary Standing Committee back in 2021, which was also concerned with the conduct of public examination. And this committee, Parliament Standing Committee, actually made certain recommendations. So, for example, it recommended that the entire public examination process should be digitized, okay, in institutes and universities as well. And you can use question bank system also to prevent paper leakage. Okay, question bank system is that a particular set of questions is released to the students at the start of the academic year. And in their final exams, the questions shall be taken from this question bank itself. Okay, so it reduces the incentive and secrecy of what sort of questions shall be asked. Okay, this is another system and it has worked in some countries. So this PSC actually recommended that question bank system can be used to prevent paper leakage. It was not recommended by Kopilil Radhakrishnan Committee. It was recommended by Parliamentary Standing Committee, and therefore this is false. Only A. All right. And last question, question number 4. Consider the following regarding global partnership on AI, because its summit was conducted recently in New Delhi. Okay. It was launched in 2020 by 15 founding members. Its 6th Ministerial Council meeting was held at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. Its secretariat is hosted by OECD. GPAI works under OECD Working Party on AI governance. Okay. Now, global partnership on AI was launched in 2020 so that by 15 founding members, so that these 15 founding countries can collaborate, cooperate with respect to AI technology in the future. Now, this organization, GPAI, has in total 29 members, okay, which includes India, countries like Japan. Okay. Its 6th Ministerial Council meeting was held in India because India currently holds the presidency of this year of this organization. It was held at Bharat Mandapam, newly constructed Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. This is also correct. Its secretariat is hosted by OECD Group. OECD is a group for developed countries, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. All right, OECD. It's a group of developed countries, and currently GPAI secretariat is being hosted by OECD. OECD secretariat is in Paris. Okay, so it is being hosted by OECD. This statement is also correct. Now, GPAI works under OECD Working Party on AI Governance. This is absolutely false. Though OECD countries have offered that GPAI can work under us, but countries like India and Japan have staunchly argued that GPAI should be considered independent. It shouldn't work under OECD. Its members shouldn't be put under OECD members. All right, they should be treated at par with OECD members. Okay, so this statement is false. 1, 2, and 3 only. The answer is B. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure this lecture series is adding value to your preparation. It will add more value if you are consistent with this lecture series. You watch this lecture series regularly. All right, I'll be signing off on that note. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time with 5th July 2024's newspapers MCQs. Thank you, everyone.